Welcome in, everyone. And how are we doing today? I mean, I know I was just here not that long ago, so I know most of you are doing just fine. But you know me, I like to check in. I like to ask. See, that's there. Yeah, we'll just do this one. Should be underneath all of it, so. Yeah, that looks about right. How come I can't hear the music? Oh, I don't have the music on. There we go. Little drawn music, you know? I'm just hoping I'm not making this whole drawing too busy. You know, too much color, but we'll see. Trying to see if I can make it look good. Happy with it, you know, that kind of thing. And fair warning, I'm supposed to be having storms or something coming up, so may not be as long as usual, but we'll see. The ones I was supposed to get at 7 never happened. Or if it did, I didn't even notice. Although the cat's being a little funky like she normally gets with storms, so I'm going to assume. Storm is here already? Yeah. See, the storm is supposed to hit me, like right now, according to my weather app, but I can smell it in the air, I'll tell you that. So what are we thinking, EXO? Am I making it too busy, or is it just busy enough? I mean, obviously, I've still got plenty more. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm expanding my repertoire with drawing. I mean, I haven't really been drawing again that long. So I'm trying to expand on what I can do. So where's, yes, this layer. Yeah, the nose is still my favorite part, and I'm hoping to do the rest of the drawing justice by following what I did with that nose. I did such a great job that it literally spurred me to change the whole thing. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to duplicate what I did with that nose, but I am damn sure going to try. So right now, all I'm doing is kind of filling in details and putting in, or not details, but roughing out the major portions. And then I'm going to fill in details as I go. I mean, yeah, I've kind of put some detail, but I know I just turned my brain off and I was talking to people and I was letting my hand do the job. That's how I did the nose. I was just letting my hand do it. Like, I even went back and watched that portion of the stream, and I just, you know, I could see that I wasn't really paying attention to what I did. It was bypassing cognitive thought. It was just letting my brain do the work. And I'm super proud of it. Now I just got to make it again. So rough this. Right? Well, and I am. Yeah, see, and that's what I want to do is I want to start getting better. I want to focus on making things look good. You know, trying to do my best job. How's your headache doing? I know you said the cold helped it, but I don't know for how long. Ooh, nice. I hear those face masks, the ones really do help. And if I got headaches more often, I'd probably cloudy. See, you sound like you have the same kind of thing that I do, which is seasonal affective disorder. And it's really just you're a human barometer. That was a bad line. Because once the storm broke, you felt better. Which then, if that's the case, the other thing I can suggest is if you have a LED light or something you can change the color of it, what tends to work for me is red light. Like if my head's hurting, like Sunday, I did a lot of work and I switched mine to red and that worked beautifully. This is the one, right? It's often I get hit with like overstimulation. There you go. It is often what my headaches are caused by, is that overstimulation. Yeah. And because red light I didn't even draw anything. Is of a temperature that our eyes have a tendency to appreciate. It's really easy for us to focus on red light. It's also supposed to be good for your skin, apparently, but I don't know about that one. Like stimulating collagen growth, reduce wrinkles, that kind of thing. Yeah, I've heard about it. I don't know nothing about it. I mean, that's what those red light masks are supposed to do. Those LED masks that they give you. But I mean, I don't know how to really think about it. I don't know why I'm doing this. I should do this a different way. Now I need to go to yellow. Right? Because people worry too much about their appearance. That's really what it is. I mean, that's the Instagram reality. That's what Instagram does to you, is make you worry about things that don't really freaking matter. You know, people worry about their appearances and everything. I mean, the Kardashians are really the ones that are guilty of that. Speaking of, you know, living in an Instagram reality. But what do I know? Now we go back up to you. Not you. What, weren't you right here? You? Oh, I see you. Yeah. Okay, now I can smooth this out better. No, not you. You. Nope. I need to go up here. You are supposed to be 5. I mean, what do I know? You know, I mean, like, really, what do I know about that kind of stuff? And actually, I want to fix that yellow. My eyes do not want to focus on that yellow. Like, I cannot describe how little it feels like I'm changing anything, but I can see it after the fact. That yellow is overstimulating my brain. Oh, my favorite thing to draw so far? I'm going to be honest. When I got into the flow and drew that nose and shaded it properly and did what I needed to do with it, Like it's my favorite. Like it was the best thing I've done so far. So I'm going to call that my favorite. But I would say that my favorite so far has been this whole image of just trying to get everything right the way I want it. Like, I mean, if you look at my little VTuber and how I did the head there, like, I like the head, but I think this one's going to end up having more character if I can do it right. So I think I'm going to enjoy this much more than the other one. But you know what I mean? Like, you know, because I've learned the most from this one, I think is what I really want to say. Right? Well, see, that's the beauty of it. You don't have to be a professional to notice improvement. I think the big thing is I'm taking a lot more time with what I'm doing. I'm trying to get it right. And while, you know, I mean, my lines aren't going to be as true as I want them to be, I am still very proud. Oof, oof, oof. That would bug me. Like some of the little mistakes I can feel. And basically let it give the image character. You know, I worked so long when I was a kid to try and get better and better. And for some reason, I just couldn't. I reached a peak and that was the best I could do. I'm already back up to the level I was, at least with what I see with this picture. I'm already back to the level that I was as a kid, the best I ever did. Or getting really damn close. And I can feel that my eye is getting better to notice the mistakes more so that I can go back and fix them. And you say you're no professional, but I've seen your work. You can't lie to me. You may not be a quote unquote professional, but you're a pretty damn good amateur then. Like, I think at this point, it's up to you and your schedule whether you ever do it for money. Like, I have a feeling that you could actually sell some of your artwork. Yeah. You got to realize that there is basically a market for everyone. I mean, that was it a ballerina you were drawing with like a, I don't know if I ever saw a more finished product. I just remember the sketch and how you were saying you couldn't draw hands, and I'm like, I wish I couldn't draw hands like you couldn't draw hands. You posted in the server. I gotta pay attention more. Again to the server. Like, I pop in at least once a day, but want to go back to painting? I would love to go to painting. Like, I took art class after art class in high school. Like, every chance I got, every year I took an art class. Because I love art. I just wasn't very good at it. But also, I couldn't keep it in perspective. Part of it was I was competing with others. I wasn't competing with myself. I had friends in art classes that were just, holy crap. And yeah, I understand the busy part. Was it that I did there? Well, and some people are like that. I needed to be challenged. Like, I'll be honest, I needed to be challenged with art. I needed to be told what to do. That feels so much bigger than the other one. You know, I've been pretty proud of stuff I've done in the past. And most of that I gave away. I mean, one of my buddies in high school, well, grade school through high school, even through all the moves, we stayed friends. And my moves, not his. This drawing that I'm doing right now, To get to this point where I am with it would have probably taken him about 20 minutes. And it would look like the whole thing would look about as good as the nose. Like he would draw it in such a way that he pre-built in the shading. Like his sketch lines would just need to be expanded into shading rather than erasing them. Like, I don't know how he did it. And now he works at a lumber mill. Oh, that sucks. Okay, those look totally different. What did I do differently between them? This side looks so much better and cleaner. I used a different brush. Oh, I am an idiot. Where's the other side? This. Yeah, I did not clean that up at all. Well, no wonder it looks like ass. See? Yeah, see, that was the competition I had growing up. Not that he ever saw it that way. Like, treated me, like, bad. And he didn't treat me... Like, he didn't think I was a bad artist. That was all me. It's gotta be one of these. Holy crap. Yeah, I mean, it's actually really sad what happened to him. He just got burned out when he went to college for it. Like, he spent 6 years in college, you know, learning to do... Because he went for fine art, masters in fine art, but also in CGI. And he couldn't get a job in it, but his dad got him a job at the lumber mill. It was only supposed to be temporary. What's scary to you? Right, burning out. Well, and I think, me personally, I think his very talent is what did him in. Because he was so good amongst all the little fish in his pond, meaning the school and everything, that once he got around people that were just as good, it burned him out. Like, he lost so much respect for himself and his abilities that he stopped talking to me because I reminded him of all the time he spent. Because I was the one that was constantly encouraging him to keep going. You know, it's funny because it's the same kind of trajectory his dad went on. Because his dad was getting really good. He was a motocross back in the late 70s, early 80s. He was getting to be really good at motocross. And he had one bad accident, and his wife told him, you know, and I respect that he respected his wife, don't get me wrong. But it so much scared his wife that he decided to stop. But he never recovered from it. And I think that's what happened to my buddy. Is that he never recovered from not being as good as he wanted to be in CGI as he was in just hand-drawn art. But I will say, you know, kudos to him. You know, I don't know if it's his wife or him, but one of them does a portrait studio. Burnout's when you lose perspective. Like, long and short of it, that's all burnout is. You lose perspective on what you're doing on life. At least that's my theory on it, because I've never really been burned out. You know, it's one of those ideas that this too shall pass. Like, yeah, sure, you might be a little bored with it now, but you'll get back to it. You know, and I think the big difference with me is that I only ever really compete with myself now. Sure, back when I was a kid, I competed with my older brother, my older sister, because I was the youngest. But I learned that I could only ever realistically compete with me. I just want to be better than I was last time. Yep. Exactly. You know, we're all going to fall down. We're all going to fail. Like, that happens. Mistakes happen. It's what you learn or how you handle your mistakes that are the more important part. The only true failure is the one who stops trying. Yes. Siblings, it's a lot harder because it's almost bred into us to compete with our siblings. Like, I think what made my growing up harder also was that my brother was so pushed by my dad to be better that my brother always had to compete with me, which I thought was hilarious because he's 8 years older than me. Right. Yeah, but I don't think you're trying to compete with him from what you just said. So, see, that gives me a good insight into you, XO. You're the older sibling to a younger sibling. Now, I don't know if you're the oldest or the young, whatnot. But that explains why you push yourself so hard. Like, you honestly push yourself harder than I think you should. You have to be the best at what you do. Yep. That's how it should be. And I admire you for that, being an older sibling doing that. Because I will tell you, being on the other side of it and having a sibling that only wants to drag you down, only wants to, the only way that they know how to be themselves is to be better than you. It's probably why I have that character Vasul in my stories. If you listen to my music, you know who Vasul is. But basically, he always wants to do good and gets pissy because people don't recognize him as the hero he wants to be, even though everything he touches just fails and crumbles. Because he's always doing it for the wrong reasons. He's doing it because he wants recognition, not because it's the right thing to do. One of these days, I'll actually be able to write that story. Outside of just doing music for it. This is the hard part, is freehanding this line and trying to keep it a certain distance away from the other side. Yeah, Vasul's the counter to John Roland. Apparently somebody's been letting off fireworks. I hope. I mean, they're echoing, so they're fireworks. Guns don't sound that way. Yeah, see, that looks a lot more of a match for the other side. What do you think, XO? Is that a better... Which I'm going to have to fix the top one, too. Much more refined. I don't know why people want to put off fireworks. It's Memorial Day. It's not that big of a deal. Wait, Memorial Day is the one about the veterans, right? Yeah. All right, I'll give them that. Respect your veterans.
How is that respecting?
Well, see, that's the funny part is if you're... I don't think so. Oh, crap.
How is activating your PTSD?
Yes. Yeah, the wife kind of hit that one on the head. It's like, how is that respecting your veterans lighting off fireworks? You know, you're just hitting their PTSD. Like, that's one of the things is I just... Like, I get you're trying to celebrate, but you're also causing a lot of problems. Like, this isn't a way to honor your veterans. Number two, most people with fireworks are jackasses. Pardon my language, but most people don't know how to use them anymore. And they're gonna end up doing more harm than good. But also, there's a school down the way. So maybe it's just the school. I want you. Oh my God, why did I do that? I did it on the wrong layer. Thankfully, give me 1 second. Hello, Jade. Welcome in. I thought the yellow was down here. It's a layer I'm on, Dipstick. And this is what I need. How are you this evening? Now. Good, it pasted it to a different layer. That's all I wanted. Now I need to find the appropriate layer for it to be on. Here. Okay. So move you up. If I remember right how to do this. Oh, that is weird. But I'll bet you can't wait till next December then. Just to be done. Merge with layer below. Now they're all on the right layer. Masters next June. I admire you, EXO. I could never think of going that far. Not with all the resistance I ran into. I wanted to. I shouldn't say I never thought about it. Accelerate it and you'll be done in a year? Nice. And then law school. Yeah, because you're going for social laws, something like that. I know we just talked about this not that long ago. Why do I feel stupid? Immigrant laws. Immigration law. Right? There we go. Like, it took me a minute. Which, yeah, I think the immigration system, we need a better law system to handle it. Oh, I miss school. I would love to go back to college. but I don't want to do it for a degree or anything like that. I just want to go take classes that intrigue me. You know, where it doesn't matter if I win or, you know, fail or not. You know, I want to test my worth in it. But I just love learning. Nice. Did you actually buy them? Well, no, if you already have them, yeah, you bought them. You wouldn't be renting them this long. Wait. Okay. How are you this evening? Did I already ask that, Jaden? I hope you're doing okay. I may have forgot to ask. Are you doing okay? Okay. I'm just so used to asking that sometimes I forget I ask. Nice. That is a big deal. That also means you have a lot of good support. Moral support. I don't know about, you know, financial, but at least moral support. Oh, really? I would have thought that would have been a bigger deal given that you're the first. Well, I guess some people might resent it. Why does that side still look better? Am I just being overcritical? Oh, I see. Okay. Driving home? Well, tell the youngest I say hello back. I'm gonna run my ad. I'm gonna take a quick 5. Oh no, you keep reacting. Oh, of course your grandma wanted that. Yeah, that sounds about right. But I'm gonna run my ad real quick. I'm gonna do it a little early, but I'll be back in 5. Yes, computers are fun. But I'd rather go into hardware than software. How did that fix it? It would help if you actually zoomed out. Yes, that did fix it. Now I need to go up to the top one. It's on that side. I didn't do it on this side. Where is that one? Okay, I remember to do like separate layers on so many different things. Yeah, building computers. I love building computers. Okay. So this. And then it's down here on yellow, wasn't it? This is going to be harder. What's up, Green Jeans? In YouTube land. And fair warning, I'm probably only going to do like a 2-hour stream tonight, so I'm probably only going to be on for another hour. Yeah, people get really worried when they're building computers, but you only really have to worry if you're building like a bunch in a row. Yellow represents yellow. Don't look into it too much. Green Jeans. Hey, no problem. I do that a lot watching other people's streams. Fold my laundry. I raise my desk to standing height, and I use it as a platform to do my laundry on. Laundry and crocheting a blanket. When aren't you crocheting a blanket, Jade? Like, I mean, I respect the grind. I really do. I love them. Like, I legit have yours that you made me on the back of my couch. And the one you made the wife is our spare blanket in our bedroom for if it gets too cold. Oh, nice. Yeah, I will say that I just bought a cheap sit-stand desk from Amazon. It was like 150. Okay, it wasn't really that much more expensive than a regular sitting desk. Like 100, 150, I think is what we paid for it. Maybe 200 at most. Like just a cheap Chinese knockoff, but it works beautifully. You have 2 completed already? Of course you do. Have 4 planned? Yeah, you're right. My 2 of my desks made it through a move. Yeah, to tell you how much I like the desk, I bought 3 of them. All from the same company. If you want me to, I can send you the link to the one that I bought from Amazon. I mean, yes, it's a cheap Chinese knockoff. But it's a cheap Chinese knockoff that works and has worked, and I haven't had any problems with it. And I've moved it, you know, just even in this house several times. Okay. While I'm thinking about it, I just need to go back and find it. What? Stop that. Man, how long ago did I buy those? Uh-oh, maybe they're not on Amazon anymore. Where'd it go? What would this be under? Office product, duh. What? Okay, maybe the company isn't making them on Amazon anymore. Let me find out something here. Let me look at my past orders. Sorry, this might take a bit. I apologize. I'll try and keep interesting. Am I killing my stream? No? Okay. No, I'm just sitting here. Oh, I'm sure I can find it. Or at least a rough, you know, similar one. Okay, I don't know why you glitched out. See, that's not the one. Yeah, right there. Why is it telling me? Why is it? Did it forget that I bought them? Or no, this is a different one. This isn't the right one. Not you. Yeah, I think this, well, may not be the exact same one. Pretty dad burn close. There. Yeah, if it's not the exact same one, it's really darn close. Yeah. See, and I'm wondering if that's what happened, is if it's not the exact same one. But, oh, if it's not the exact same one, it's pretty damn close, and it looked like identical construction. So, you know, it has memory, like two heights memory, so I can stand and get it to a height that I like, sit down, get it to a height I like, and save those so that I can just hit a single button and it goes up to that side or down to that size and everything's fine. Okay, and I used this one. Yeah, I'm going to end up redoing both of these, aren't I? You're not the outline. Where did I put the outline? Yeah, here. You know, I mean, I've got to help my peeps out, right? And like I said, it's lasted me this long. I've more than got my money out of it. And I mean, that'll also get you a link to other ones that you may want to try. Just remember to check the most recent reviews, because a lot of these companies love for the first year or two have these excellent reviews, and then after that they go to crap because it's all just basically a knockoff of their knockoff. And that torques me off more than anything. That's the yellow layer, right? Yeah. Like as soon as I put that high contrast line, I can see that yellow sticking out. Hey, what's up, Brando? How you been? Eh. Okay. Here. Be right back. All right. See you soon, Green Jeans. Irritated? I'm sorry to hear that. Anything venting would help with? Needed formula, is that a problem? Because he's an inconsiderate person? That's just my guess. Well, then my guess would be is that it's because a lot of people love causing trouble. When I was a security guard at a casino, I learned that real quick. Oh, yeah. They'd already have to wait. I really feel like I need to redo this. Yeah, they wasted their own time. That's the silver lining on that, in my personal opinion, is when somebody wastes their own dang time, and I love it. Like, bruh, you might try to blame me for this, but it's your own damn fault. Right? Oh yeah, there was plenty of steps they could have made. But some people wake up and choose stupidity. Not only do they want to make somebody else's life difficult, they choose to make their own. Just for some spiteful reason. Right? Of course, manage it. Sup, Green Jeans? Welcome into the proper Twitch show. Because YouTube is lonely. Because for some reason, I just cannot seem to grow on YouTube. I mean, at least with Twitch, I'm still getting like followers here and there. But YouTube, I mean, it's just so stagnant. Like, and I know it's a me problem, but I don't know what it is. Not watered enough? Faye hijinks? Well, that's always fun, in my opinion. I mean, come on, the Sealy and the Unsealy Court is so much fun. You know, trying to copy that arc of a line, that, you know, try and keep a consistent distance away is actually fairly hard. Key stealers. And Gene Stealers? No, Gene Stealers are in Warhammer. They're the, oh, not the Zerg. What are they called? It's what StarCraft based their Zerg on. Eldrazi? No. Tyranids, thank you. Thank you, Green Jeans. Coming back with the save again. Alright, we're still on erase. Yeah, Tyranids have Gene Stealers. That's why they're so dangerous. They absorb the genes of that which they eat to make themselves stronger. They're kind of like, make me think of like gremlins and aliens, xenomorphs. Gene Stealers have Tyranids. Since Space Hulk came before the 4th edition? Did it? You know, I know better than to like argue with you on these things. Yeah, I figured you meant Space Hulk. Wait. Don't make the same mistake again, you dipstick. Yes, this. We can borrow that layer. Well, then move it down. There we go. So how are you tonight, Green Jeans? Other than having to deal with Fabius. Just a long day. I understand long days. I am having a good day. I understand long days. I've had those years. Over years. I've had days that felt like they were years. Pay attention to what you're doing. I love how this music, at least for me, I hope it's the same for you guys, like, is perfect background music. It doesn't put me to sleep. It's just at the right level. To keep me going. And I don't seem to tire of it. You know, but I can always find, you know, find something more if it does tire you guys. Or create a whole nother playlist for drawing nights. Because Green Jeans, and neither was Rando here for this. Actually, maybe not even Jade. But I was thinking about just making Thursdays and Fridays drawing nights. You know, play games Monday, Tuesday. And then Wednesday is talk time. You know, this isn't counting that, you know, when I'm gaming with someone else. And make the last 2 nights of the week drawing, because summer hours are so weird. I don't want to be in the middle of a game and somebody's like going on vacation or doesn't have access, you know, near the weekend, or just partying, you know, whatever they're doing on the weekend, and losing out on episodes of the game. Number 2, I feel like I'm getting better and I want to keep practicing. But that's me, you know, I mean, and mostly that's like, does anybody else care? Because I can also draw on my own, but you guys seem to enjoy the drawing streams. I could be wrong, but I also think it's because I'm with it enough to talk while drawing. In fact, talking seems to help. You know, so, you know, it'd be times to pick my brain. But that's up to you guys. Well, I don't mean like up to you guys as in, I'm just more curious, you know, your feedback. Yeah, I'm gonna do away with that. That. Right? Well, and see, that's you know kind of the why I thought of just doing it this way, because you know we're chatting, we're talking, nothing big going on. It gives you freedom to come and go as you please. Well, true, yeah. If you miss a session, you can just catch up. You know, that's true, Green Dreams. But I don't know. You know, again, it's just that wait, didn't I put something on that layer? Nope, guess not. I want to keep you. You? Okay. Where's the rest of your layer? Is that here? Yes, okay. Let's go down to yellow layer. Well, I mean, it also gives you guys a chance to like ask me questions, you know? Yeah, let's make that a little bit more. That pink's just gonna get in the way. So like this whole thing is just refining the image over and over again. It feels weird sometimes to like redo something. Like what I just did. You know, erase a whole section just to redo it. And to be honest, Green Jeans, I know that, you know, being a sub, you can rewatch. But it's not the same as being there. You know what I mean? No, it's still there. Okay. Nope. Fix this bump. A bimp. And sorry, I know I go quiet sometimes because I'm like sitting here focusing. You know, I'll say a lot about, you know, I'll complain about how crappy I am. Yeah, that's about right. You know, being able to do an arc like that freehand, I'm pretty proud of that. It may not be perfect arc. And watch, I'm going to screw this one up. Haha! There we go. Okay, this is on the yellow. I want to go back up to this one. Oh, you're kidding me. Where did I paint that? Why? Oh. I put this on the wrong layer. Put it on its own layer. I want it. See, not that one. This one. And where did I put? Yeah, this needs to go up, up, right? Yes, merge with below. There we go. I have those, and I have this. Perfect. Because this is the layer I need to work with now. So I want it to be yellow-ish. What am I doing? Don't you just love it when you realize, what am I doing? I have a whole way of doing it. Much faster. I actually think I've made some damn good progress on this tonight. Like refining the color scheme that I want. Kind of curious, or at least I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Yeah, that's gonna look good. They look almost identical. Yeah, I'm on a new layer. It needs to go down. Yep. You know, I get why people used to call digital art cheating. Like, I totally do. Being able to just select what layer you're drawing on is a huge deal. You know what I mean? You know, being able to draw under something. You know, hand drawing is a lot harder. but digital art lets you do things that you otherwise really wouldn't be able to do, or that would take 10 times as long if you were trying to do it. Yeah, I like that. It's funny that doesn't stick out like I want it to. So where's the outline? No, that's the shade in. How do I outline that to look better? You know what? I probably can fix it in shading and stuff later. You know, I'm not sure if I like it where it is. That off. I'm still on the right color. Why? Oh, because I'm not on the right layer. Don't worry, I have an idea. Okay. Control Z. Because, yeah, I was doing that wrong. I need to be on this layer to do what I want to do. Detail work. I don't know what it is about it. It also, you know, just doing this helps me focus on so much else. Like there's so many like tracks in my brain that are active right now. You know, various other creative projects and, you know, just dealing with daily life stuff that my brain can work on without me being in there interfering that this lets me do. Like, yes, I have to focus on what I'm doing, but it is so easy to let part of my brain focus on this and let the rest just go do what it's going to do. You know, it's like when I was talking about that one Wednesday about, you know, executive function and let your hands, you know, trust your body to do certain things. And when you hit the zone of this, like, your brain is working on other things in the background. You know, that's what this is for me. I'm not having to cognitively think about what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, I'm on that. Yes, exactly. Like crocheting with, you know, I'm sure like with other people, there's plenty of things they do that are like this. You know, this is what I meant by, you know, letting the body go, do its thing, while your mind is doing something else entirely. You know, my brain just sees things and it's like when I'm working on this, it's like, no, I want it to be this way. Like, it doesn't look right that way. I want it to be this way. And it's so hilarious because that's how I ended up with that perfect, for me, nose that I shaded in. I can't even call it drawing it because I just shaded it in and it made it look so perfect, in my opinion. I'm proud of it. And I know it's a good nose. May not be the best nose, but it's a good nose. You know, so I just, you know, going off the rails. See, like, I mean, going back to where I started with this as the concept and then coming up with this. Like, yeah, sure, there was a lot more done here, but it looks like it was a great effort for me. Don't get me wrong, it was great. But that nose needed better skill to go around it. Like, it needed something to hang on that's better than what I had. And I'm really happy with the way it's going. You know, and I plan on moving the eyes out a little bit, you know, doing all sorts of things. But this is going to take a lot longer than I expected. You know, I mean, this is the third or fourth stream I've done this, and, you know, no, fourth or fifth. Because I just did a bunch of this last night, which I just redid a whole bunch of what I did last night. You know, that's going to bug the crap out of me. Here? Yes. Not 5, 2. I think that opacity isn't high enough. I don't want this line to be super dark, but I want it to be seen. Actually, I think more appropriately, I want it to be noticed, not necessarily seen. Like one of those things, you know, you don't notice it cognitively, but underneath, you know it's there. Yeah, I'm almost done. I just want to finish this outlining. So you have a good night, Jade. I will see you later. Oh. Have a happy weekend. I think the hardest thing about doing what I'm doing right now is noticing the contrast between the two yellows. Like there is something about how these two yellows interact. There we go. Like it gives just a little bit of definition to it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm saving. And we'll get back to this again later. I mean, I might work on it again, you know, off screen. Yes, I want to replace it. But I think this is it for me tonight, guys. You have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again on Monday. Bye-bye. Yeah, sorry, it was abrupt, but I did say that I was going to be going soon.